We're currently located at Rosedene Highland House. We're in Inverness, and we're literally just near the city centre, but just opposite the riverside. This location was specifically selected for the vision that I had to create a very unique apartment hotel. The features of the building are very proud. They stand out right from the outset of this project. Fire safety was literally, it was the number one priority. So I had consulted with an amazing, fabulous fire engineer. He introduced me to Plumis Automist, and further to that introduction, there was quite a lot of study went into understanding the product, and then understanding that there was actually a complete alignment of the Automist product and this heritage building. First of all, it was far more advanced than any sprinkler system that I could see on the market, and we looked at many different options. There was just no comparison. In terms of aesthetic, we have a very unique and specific aesthetic in this building that has been retained, so that couldn't be sort of compromised in any way. And also on the side of technology, this system is actually uses artificial intelligence. The way the algorithm of this system works suits our building perfectly, because it means that it's only ever going to activate in an event of an actual real fire, real danger. So unlike some traditional systems that could just go off and cause damage in a property, and literally can actually ruin heritage buildings. For example, sprinklers going off unnecessarily, false alarms. This system has been tried and tested. The technology involved in this system was fantastic. That led us to decide to actually implement it. Further to that, we then had discussions with building control to ensure that building control were happy with this system, and they were very happy with it as well.
What Automist does obviously is that it's designed to put fires out. And it does this rather than like traditional sprinklers where it's full on water. This is a mist. Mist is a vapour, and vapour is very light. So what happens is when it sprays into a room, it rises. As it rises, it cools down and it condensates and it turns back into water. So what it does is, I'll use my hand, if there was a fire here and the mist came over here, what it does is it cools the fire. It's removing quite a bit of oxygen, but it also creates like a fog barrier, so the fire can't get to any unburnt fuels on the other side. When you combine all three of those elements, it's like a triple threat. You're removing the fire triangle that needs to stay alive, and it's very, very effective at putting a fire out. Our system is integrated into all the rooms, but if the fire was in one part of our room, let's say for this room, for example, the system would only go off in this room. And what sets Plumis Automist apart from other suppression, there is other suppression systems on the market, but what makes ours unique is it's targeted. And what that means is the actual heads, we call them spray heads, they're in the wall. If they come out and see a fire, they actually target to the fire. For example, if the fire was here, it would come out of the wall like that, and it actually scans the room. It would see the fire and it's directed to the fire. But no other room that it's connected to would be flooded.
One of the biggest challenges of a heritage building is when you're converting the heritage building as accommodation in the way that we've done here. The challenge is actually how you can actually utilize the space to achieve the comfort and the environment that you wish, and also comply with safety standards without having to carve up the property and actually damage it. And then also in terms of safety features, using traditional systems, for example, like traditional sprinkler systems, they normally would have extensive pipe work that usually have to basically go through floors and ceilings. They also need backup water tanks, and so it's all about the difficulty of maintaining features, but also obtaining a high safety standard. With the Automus system, there's a lot of additional benefits in terms of what the requirements are for the system. So we don't need exposed pipes. That's one big advantage, especially when design is so important to a project. The system can be fitted. It's discreet. It's hidden away. You would never even notice that it's actually located in the building. It doesn't need extensive amounts of water in terms of water tanks. Is not required. The system can actually just work off of mains water, and that's a huge advantage to a project. It also has a sustainability and a safety aspect in terms of the water usage. The system's not using a lot of water. It can actually be very effective with minimal water usage. And the way the system is designed, the system doesn't have any stagnant water in it either. It's a dry pipe, so there's just no chance of any water disease being born either. So diseases like Legionellas, which can in traditional systems build up, there's no chance of it building up in the Plumis Automist system. So these are really significant plus points of an Automist system over a traditional sprinkler system. During the process of specifying and actually progressing with the installation of Plumis Automist, the technical support team at Plumis were invaluable, very, very helpful. The knowledge base that we were able to rely on was great in terms of regulations, standards, and the differences in standards between throughout the UK. There was enough knowledge and assistance and a helping hand there to help us navigate it all, and that in turn has helped us with our decision. So very supportive. It has a positive impact on the stay that people have in a building. So fundamentally, the system is giving an immense amount of reassurance to residents that their well-being and their safety has been a priority in the design of the building. Plumis Automist actually helps us to preserve the heritage of this building. It keeps us, I think, not only in line with but ahead of where safety standards are. So in terms of the preservation of the building, in an event where if there was an event of fire in the building, the Automus system is actually going to mitigate and limit damage, and this is fundamental.
If I was speaking to another installer who doesn't currently install this system but were thinking about getting into this sort of range, this would be the system that I would recommend to them. Not just because I already install it, because it's a game changer in this fire industry.
I would definitely recommend Plumis Automist. I've now gone through the process from the start of the specification of the system, working with Plumis themselves as a company, and then also working with their installers, start to finish. It's been a really great experience.